Hi friends, it's author Ashley Ryan. Today on the Flourishing Quill, we're going to talk about how do I begin? How do I begin writing? How do I get my book published? How do I do this? And so I have a 5-step process, which is the very basic steps of publishing to help you get started. Okay, the first step, which is probably the hardest step, is, I can't say it any more simply than this: write your book. Write your book. Whatever it is that you want to write about, sit down and actually do it. Write it. It takes a lot of time to actually write a book. So you have to create time that you can sit and focus and whatever that you need to do to have that time to yourself to think and to write. You need to do that. If you have a desire to write, that's what you need to do. You need to find the time and actually sit down and write. You can read all the self-help books. You can watch all the videos that you want. That's not going to put words on a page. That comes from you sitting down by yourself and actually writing and getting started. Okay, and it seems overwhelming. At first it does. It seems very overwhelming trying to write a book. But what you need to do is find something that you are passionate about, or an idea that you are passionate about, and then start to grow your idea from there. If you just start with one scene even, it could be one scene in the middle of the book. It doesn't matter. You just start to write. Okay, because that's how you're going to get those words on the page. You write out one scene. Okay, is this the beginning of the book, or does something happen before this? Okay, what happens now? So that's how you start writing. You just sit down and start writing. And honestly, that's a very simple thing to say, but it honestly is probably the hardest part of the whole process, is actually sitting down and writing your book. So that is step 1, write your book. Okay, step 2, you can have it edited or go over it yourself with a fine-tooth comb. In the very beginning stages of writing, if you are looking at budgetary concerns, you could, by yourself, go over your book, the fine-tooth comb. Even have somebody that you trust or that you feel like would give you honest feedback, because a lot of times your family or friends, people that know you, they don't want to hurt your feelings, so you don't really want to pass your work off to them unless you have to, right? Unless you don't have the money to pay an editor, and that's fine too. I'm just saying that they probably will not give you the most critical advice that you may need, and because they are afraid of hurting your feelings. So step 2 is either edit it or have it edited. Okay? Step 3, secure a cover. You can pay people, and honestly, the sky's the limit with how much you could pay for a cover. Okay? Sometimes you see things that are pretty outrageous that authors have paid for their covers, and not that they look great, sure they do, but that's a lot of money that puts you in the hole starting off with. Okay, I recommend learning yourself how to create a cover, at least until you get to the point to where you feel comfortable paying for a cover, where you feel like you're going to see some returns on your book. So you're like, okay, I'll fork out this, whatever, $50, $200, So until you get to that point, I recommend learning how to do it yourself. Download an app. I know Canva is free. There's also a Photoshop. There's so many different things that you can use to learn how to create a cover. Okay? Not only that, but Amazon. I'm a big advocate of Amazon. I love their platform. So Amazon actually has a cover creator inside the KDP. Once you start to upload your book, on the second page, you can upload a cover or you can design your own. So if I were you, I would create an account with Amazon and then play around with that and see if you could come up with something that you really like or that you feel is sufficient enough for your work. So step 3, secure a cover. Either create it yourself or pay somebody to do it. Step 4, figure out where you want to upload it and publish it at and have it formatted. Now, Amazon it's called Kindle Create, and that's actually a free software program that you can download, and you upload your Word document to it, and then you can mess around with the font and different things, and it actually sets it into the format that's necessary to upload on KDP, which is Amazon's self-publishing platform. So you can use Kindle Create. That's something free you can do. See, this doesn't have to cost a ton of money to get started. Okay, what you really need, where there's a will, there's a way. So if you really have the desire to publish, then this is a way that you can do it. Upload it onto Amazon, use their Kindle Create to format your book, and use their photo cover generator and make your own cover. Okay, so that's step 4. figure out where you want to upload it, and then also format it. Okay? And then step 5, which seems easy, but it's probably not, push the publish button. Really, push the publish button. You're not ever going to know how your work's going to be received until you put it out there. And you could tinker with it for months, for years, trying to make it absolutely perfect. And I think that's, as an author, you know, a lot of authors look at their work as like their babies. You know, this is my baby. I've had this story inside of me for years, you know, and I'm finally gotten it out there, and I'm just so worried, you know, what people are going to think about it or whatnot. But if you want to create a business out of this, okay, and have a career and be successful, then you have to be objective. Okay, yes, it came from your mind. Okay, so it's very personal. It is. And those you know, lower reviews, they really do sting. It hurts. It really does. But if you want to create a business out of this, then you have to be objective. And you're not going to know that until you push publish and you can see how your work is received. Now, even if you do get some lower stars, my advice to everyone who wants to write, keep going. Just keep going, because you're going to get better. You're going to learn how to write better. The stories are going to come to you easier. You just have to keep going. Okay? So those are my 5 steps to begin to get your book published. Step 1, write your book. Step 2, edit it or have it edited. Step 3, secure a cover or design one yourself. Step 4, figure out where you want to upload it, and also it needs to be formatted. And step 5, push publish. All right, guys, I wish all the best to you.